I don't give a damn about a reputation.
I don't.
Going in hard from the
Your
beginning.
balls in on the hype, balls deep on the hype, motherfucker.
I
God
was
damn.
there before the hype
I
came,
know,
though.
I know, I know, I
So
know.
it's a beautiful thing. Right. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen.
Your balls in. Oh shit.
Hey, it's all good. It's
With
all
the
good.
echo. With the echo. That's right.
And powerful echo, powerful echo. But I digress. This is the Heel Hook Show, ladies and gentlemen. We welcome you. I'm Lamprey. And in the bottom corner, my brother from another mother, Eddie, keyboard warrior law. How you doing, sir?
Oh man, chilling like a motherfucker. The camera works today. It's getting a little too warm out here, and everyone's talking about fucking Ronda Rousey at the Royal fucking Rumble.
Hey, I'm just saying one thing. One quick question. When was the last time we watched a Royal Rumble, sir? I just want to.
Oh man, well, before yesterday, about 10 years. Yeah, about 10 years.
Yeah.
So it was okay. So I watched it. Disclaimer: nephew was with me. He wanted to watch it.
Oh, yeah.
No. That's 100%. No. That's It's 100. It was 100%. The kid was with me. He was just like, he's a big Cena fan. Like, unfortunately, yeah, he'll grow out of it anyway. But he's also a Diaz fan. He you know what he says all the time? Because I'm not surprised. So we'll say like something will happen. He'll look at me. He calls me Nino. He's like, Nino, I'm not surprised. By what? It's like something stupid will happen. Like I'll make a cup of coffee, and the coffee will finish going on the stupid Keurig thing. And I'm like, oh, coffee's done. Cool. No, he goes, hey, Nino, your coffee's done. Oh, is it? Yeah, I'm not surprised. I'm like, all right, you got to stop that. Like, you're killing that for me right now. But he loves it, and he loves watching them fight. And he was like, he always talks about he wants to slap somebody at the grocery store. It's a funny shit. So anyway, but yeah, he like Stockton slap, motherfucker. He calls it the Stockton slap. It's funny shit. Anyway, but it's totally my fault. 100% my fault. Anyway, but he wanted to watch it. I'm like, oh fuck it. I got no. Listen, it's hey, kill two birds with one stone. All I was gonna do is find a stream so I could watch the Rousey thing. That's all I wanted to do. But since he wanted to watch the whole thing, I'm like, well, fuck it, let's watch it. And I actually got to see some like in the chick Royal Rumble, the Diva one, or I don't know if they call them Divas anymore. There's a lot of chicks. Women's. Okay, the women's fucking Royal Rumble. There's a lot of chicks that I recognize. I'm like, holy shit, Lita, Jacqueline. Except Jacqueline's like a quarter her size that she used to be. But you know, I was just funny as fuck.
Five head as well. Powerful five head.
Oh, big time. But you know what pissed me off is no Stacy Keibler. I was so looking forward to seeing this girl's legs. Oh, dude, the meanest legs ever.
Her leg game was vicious. Like let's not.
Dude,
she was.
Dude, so vicious that she had insurance policies on her legs. That's 100% true. That's 1,000% true. All right, holy shit.
Hey, I'm just saying, like, when you saw some of the people that came back, this is going to be a weird one, guys, because we're actually going to be talking about pro wrestling to kind of like start this off. But because it's kind of weird because like I watch it every like pay per view. I watch little clips because I don't watch the shows anymore; they're too long for me. But I've been a fan for years, and I've always just enjoyed the kind of theatrics of it all and everything like that. And it was kind of fun because obviously, with you not watching it like consistently, to have somebody come in fresh and watch it from like a long time ago, it's kind of fun to kind of see how people perceive it and stuff, because obviously me and you were going back and forth in the DMs and stuff, and it's I get some bits of it are going to be, you know, too exaggerated or too unbelievable and stuff like that, but in fairness, that's what it's kind of built around. But there was a lot of fun moments. Me and my friends, we were drinking, as many people who follow me on Twitter at just Ashley Lamprey on Twitter, by the way. You'll see that we were eating the most beautiful homemade jerky you have ever seen in your motherfucking life, and your boy made that.
That shit look good though. You sent me the picture of him, like, oh motherfucker.
Jack Daniels and all that other good stuff on that motherfucker. But we were getting hella drunk and we were hella rowdy. And it was a lot of fun, man. It was a lot of fun. At one point, I did give up on the Ronda Rousey thing because when she didn't come out for number 30, I was like, well, this doesn't make any sense. And then I saw a tweet from Ariel Hawani saying that her photographer was there and one of the big writers.
Yeah. So real quick, so tell me on that point, I'm sitting there and I'm watching. I was talking to the guys in the Case Press, and I was just like, I remember the camera pan because the gosh, she got a booty on her. What's her name? So she kept saying the glowy girl. Green pants.
Naomi.
Thank you. Oh, she fine as fuck, by the way. That booty.
She was a former cheerleader, I think, for the Miami Heat, I think.
That makes total sense. Miami, you fucked up. Anyway, so she's like walking on the wall, right? Because, by the way, that's what I missed about like that Royal Rumble shit when I was watching it, is people that don't touch the fucking floor with both feet. You could fuck with that so badly, right? It's crazy shit. Rey Mysterio used to do that all the time. Anyway, but she's walking across the wall, whatever, and then I see the face of her photographer and a couple of her friends that I recognized immediately, and I go, okay, why are they there? My first thought was Ronda Rousey, right? Yeah. My second thought was Shayna Baszler is going to be in this shit. She wasn't. So I'm sitting there and I saw him as soon as I saw that guy, because he's Lazy the Savage on Instagram, right? Yeah. So I saw him and I was like, whoa, what the fuck? And so I didn't tweet it out because I didn't really care, but I told the guys in Case at first, I'm like, look, it may be nothing, but her friends are there in the front row. All right, it wouldn't make any sense if she didn't show, right? So yeah, so I saw them too, and I started asking around. They're like, well, I don't know that guy. And I'm like, no, I know that guy. At least I follow that dude. He's been with her since like the Middle Easy days. Yeah. When they did that her trip to 209, right, to hang out with the Diaz brothers. They did that whole thing. He was there with them. He actually took a fucking apple cider vinegar shot and got sick as fuck. Anyway, but seriously, if you just look back, and it's actually a pretty good series. I'm not gonna lie. It's not even the fact that I'm a Diaz fan. That is actually just a good little like series of videos of them taking a trip down in Stockton. Anyway, I saw them and I was like, holy shit. And I remember telling these guys, I'm like, it could be nothing, but it could be something. I'm just saying. Just look into it. I'm just saying, just look into it. All right. Anyway, all right. So continue.
No, I was just going to say, I stand corrected as well. Also, it wasn't the Miami Heat. She was a dancer for the Orlando Magic. That's who she was.
Orlando, you fucked up even more. You ain't got no fine women in that city.
And I'm not going to even get with that. And she was also a backing dancer for Flow Rider as well.
Flow Rider got in her. Damn it.
God damn it. Flow Rider. Just saying. Going forward anyway. Yeah, so basically it was a lot of fun was the Women's Rumble anyway, because there were a lot of cool moments in it, you know, a lot of like throwbacks to, like you said, like the more diva days, even the more like Attitude Era chicks as well. Yeah, so
they had the chick that did porn, Mickey James.
Oh, Mickey James.
Yeah. She did porn way back in the day. When I first heard about that, I was on Google so fast. I was like, I didn't think she was that hot, but either way, I was like, I gotta see this shit. But by the way,
these women's wrestlers have more news leaks than anybody ever.
Who is the blonde chick with the booty on her? Like, she was like, one dude was saying like, oh, I know a lot about her. Oh, I was probably saying too much.
It wasn't that Mandy.
She's the girl that the dude was saying could squat 300 pounds plus.
Yeah, that was fucking hell. Were it Mandy Logan or something like that?
I don't know. Whoever she is, god damn. Like I don't give a fuck about her wrestling. She fine as fuck. Like the dude, I'm like, I got a thing for white blonde girls. I can't help it. So as soon as I saw her, I was like, and then she got like those shorts on. Ooh, the booty was like sticking. Like, look, hey, ladies, I totally get it. It's the women's movement and all that, and I totally support it. That being said, no. Yeah, that being said, if you're gonna parade in front of me in a pair of panties and like throwing fighting chicks left and right, I might get a boner. I'm just saying it's gonna happen. So don't get mad at me for being a man. I'm just saying. And then the other chick,
I'm with you for sure. But the thing is, though, is like with all the same thing said, it's like if the thing is as long as it's all good and well them being good looking, as long as they perform when they're actually in the ring, and for the most part, a lot of these chicks are doing a lot better than what we've seen in the past. So
now let me ask about the girl that was in there for most of the time, the purple hair,
Sasha Banks.
Yeah, by the way, she powerful booty on it too. But the people have sectioned off this like 5-second gif. You seen it of her kicking Lita? Which, by the way, I marked out when I saw Lita because Lita was like the thing back in the day. She's like one of my first crushes was Lita. Yeah. She got fucking what's his name? The dude with the long Edge. Totally fucked her on live TV supposedly. Anyway, which back in the day you bought that, you're like, oh my god. Like anyway,
well, one of the titties did come out. We know that. So anyway.
Yeah. I remember for the longest time I had the screen cap of that on my old computer. I don't know where it went. Anyway, but she's like kicking her, but she's like a foot away from her body, and Lita's like, "Oh shit!" And I'm like, "Oh." So
those kicks where she doesn't actually move as Lita. They're just to put that out.
Two of them, right? So, but Lita, that tells you something. Like Lita's on point with it. This chick's looking the other way while throwing kicks. Like, oh yeah, she's probably moving anyway. But here's the thing about it: is of course I get on Twitter and I just look up her name, and it was like, oh, of course she what's her name again?
Sasha Banks.
Sasha Banks. It's like, of course Sasha Banks. She's such a botches. I'm like, what's a okay? So explain to me what a botch is.
A botch is basically where you fuck up. Like when you go to do something, whether it be a botch can be both of you, a botch can be one of you, or the botch can be just on the person who's receiving the move. Because it's no different than so say like if I go to like slam you, or if I go to fake punch you. So like when you go to do a move, you're doing it together. The move is together. No matter what anybody says, you're both doing the move and you both have to do your part. So it's like if I go to fake punch you, just to say, right? If I go to fake punch you and I actually hit you and I like fucking floor you, then I've botched that fucking punch because I've hit that punch on you. Yeah. But then to the same account, if I throw the punch and I sell that I've punched you and you don't even move, or if you like react like 3 seconds later, you've botched that punch because you've made it look shit. You've basically made it look fake. So when people do certain things, sometimes it can be just an accident where it's like when they're doing such high, intense things, like when they're doing like high flying moves off the top rope and they kind of barely hit them. You don't really call it a botch, but then the ones where like they just dramatically overshoot it or undershoot, and you're like, oh my god, he's fucked up, he's botched. So Sasha's known for she's had a few high profile moments where she's messed up, but she is one of the better female wrestlers over this past 10-15 years. So.
That makes sense. So anyway, but like the last time I heard that was with Brock Lesnar, and that's why he fucked up his neck one time. I think he like flew his body and landed on his head or some shit.
Yeah, he did the shooting star press where he landed on his like face/chin and he jabbed his neck. He actually like damaged all of his neck.
Yeah, like he was fucked up. So I'm surprised he's
done that before. He's done the shooting star press and he's landed it perfectly, like 20-30 times. But then when he did it at WrestleMania against Kurt Angle, he did it this one time because somebody in the back said, do something spectacular. This is your WrestleMania moment. And he was like, fuck it. He goes up, he does it. I've done it a million times. I've done it right. I've nailed it. The one time he does it in WWE, he nearly breaks his neck.
And the funny thing about that was he broke his neck against a guy that broke his neck a long time ago. So anyway, and we'll talk about the Lesnar thing. I had a good fucking laugh when that dude need him in the fucking face.
Braun Strowman.
Yeah. The fucking pedophile looking guy. And he fucking hits him in the fucking chin with his leg. And it was more thigh than anything, but he got him.
Thigh, but it still hurts like shit.
Oh, for sure. I've been hit like that too. So anyway, so he hits him and Brock's like, bitch, crack. He cracks him. It was a shitty right. It wasn't like a full torque knockout. But it was, look, those are hams that motherfucker has for hands, all right?
He's got boom. He's hitting you.
Yeah. My fucking favorite part is when someone took that GIF, slowed it down, and you just see Pito's face go, like, yo, he got hit.
That's like, remember you told me when you first said to me, like, oh, that looked a little bit like over the top, did that knee? And I was like, yeah, but you're going to think that guy's like fucking 300 plus pounds and his thighs just bang Brock Lesnar in the side of the head. He's not going to be happy about it. And then he gave him what a seat.
He got him back for it, that's for sure. Anyway, but anyway, so let's fast forward on this. So chicks flying everywhere. They couldn't get the giant fat chick out of there, which is fucking insane.
That's The Rock's cousin.
The fat girl?
Yeah, well, the big girl. Come on, bro.
Okay. The big girl, because there was like another one that was big, but this girl was big.
Yeah, it was Nia Jax. That's The Rock's cousin.
Well, shit, man. That's where the rest of that size went. Anyway, she should be lifting more. I was kidding. I'm fucking around. I don't care. Anyway, they had a hell of a time putting her ass over the rope. So everyone got in there, and they threw her over finally, and then then all of a sudden chicks are flying. Everyone's going over the fucking top rope. Fucking chaos ends up being between the fine ass Bella twins and
Sasha and Asuka.
Right. So then Sasha gets thrown out. That was hilarious because I was like, oh, you went all match long, and at the end, peace. That's hilarious. So then as soon as I saw it too, because look, correct me if I'm wrong, but on Twitter I saw it's like the Bella girls are retired.
Yeah, they are.
Okay. As soon as I saw that on Twitter, I was like, okay, so this Japanese girl's gonna win. Got it.
Yeah, Asuka.
Got it. Like for sure. Asuka. Thank you. Asuka's gonna win for sure. That's it. Let's just see how it goes down. All right, whatever. Backstab between sisters, and then the fucking the hot Bella, the hotter Bella gets thrown over the fucking rope. Game over, right? So then Flair's daughter, and then the fine girl on the other side. Thank you. She got booty too. She gets in the ring, and I guess this girl's got to pick between the two she's gonna fight, right?
Exactly.
And that's right then. And after number 30 came out, whoever that was, I don't remember who it was. Oh, dude, Trish Stratus. Oh, banging body for 40 whatever. Yeah. Banging body for 40 whatever she is. I'd be down to marry that chick right now and give a fuck. She took care of herself. For her and not the girl that married the Undertaker, her.
Michelle McCool.
Yeah, her and then McCool and then Kelly were just phenomenal.
She's only like 31 or something now.
No, phenomenal shape. Seriously, though, for like being out of the business for a while. Anyway, so anyway, so we end up with that little scenario there. And that after number 30, I was like, well, there he goes. You know what I mean? No Ronda. That's it. And I was like, but I still remember that her friends in the front row. I'm like, so what the fuck are they doing there? That's weird. So I'm sitting there and just like, I literally tweeted out, I'm like, all right, MMA article, MMA sites, you can write up your, I guess Ronda really wasn't there articles and send them out. Little did I ate my words the second I heard the music. The funny thing is, it seemed like nobody else in the arena understood what the fuck that music was. Anybody that's watched any UFC ever knows what that song is. That song started.
I think a lot of people reside to the fact that she weren't going to be there.
Right. But as soon as the music kicks off, you're just like, okay, what the fuck, right? So the music starts off, and I literally started tweeting. Like, I didn't even see her yet. I heard the music, and I go, get the actual fuck out of here. She showed. Like I said that to my friends, and I was like, "Get the actual fuck out of here!" She showed. And I hadn't even seen her yet. Remember? And then it says Ronda Rousey in Piper's letters. I was a big fan of Piper when I was a kid. Huge fan of Rowdy Piper. But and you see the letters, and I'm like, "Get the fuck out!" But she didn't walk out yet. Yeah. As soon as she walked out, Twitter exploded. It went ape shit. And here comes Ronda Rousey in an oversized leather jacket that was Piper's jacket. I read later on from Shelbourne that it was given to her by his son. Yeah. But that part I didn't mark out, but I was just like, I was literally sitting there going like, get the fuck out of here. Meanwhile, my nephew's like, oh shit, he didn't say oh shit, but he goes, oh, it's Ronda. Yeah. It's Ronda. I'm like, I thought she fought. I didn't think she did this. And I'm like, well, I guess she does this now, dude. He's like, oh, it's Ronda. Oh, man.
Like Chance Brown's kids didn't even know that Ronda was going to be in WWE. They were watching the Royal Rumble, and then there's a video of them live reacting to it.
No, but now I want to see that video. But like, because they did a great job of making everyone think that she was in Colombia, right?
I went buying that shit for a New York minute.
Well, I don't know. I don't know how that shit works, but I was like, wow, Colombia, that's a flight. That's a hell of a flight to Philly.
When she lied to TMZ, when she said, I have not signed any contracts, I was like, you guys, if you truly believe that she's not going to be there because she said that to TMZ, I'm like, you guys do not understand wrestling, my guy. Like, it's the kayfabe thing. You can't go to TMZ and be like, yeah, I'm going, like I'm going there, and then like pretend it's a big surprise when she comes out because everybody knows she's going to turn up. So it's like, what's the point?
Yeah. So it was interesting, and I immediately went to the kitchen. Guys, like, never mind. There definitely was a thing that her friends being there, and they actually took a video. You see her friends freaking out in the front row, whatever. But it was odd to see her because it's not that we're not used to it. We've seen Brock. When we saw Brock return, you're like, all right, yeah, cool, Brock's here. It was odd to see her there, but I felt a sense of relief because she's not getting punched in the face. Because look, say whatever you want about Ronda Rousey, about how much you hate her attitude, or she's too cocky, or blah blah blah. She said this about whoever, or she's a sore loser or bad loser, whatever. Is that you have to respect what that girl did for combat sports and females in general. I mean, there's fucking 4 divisions in the UFC now.
Yeah.
All right. 4 female divisions in the UFC. There wasn't even one when she got here. Okay. Not even one. Technically 4, probably 3. Technically 4. All right. And so you got to respect it. So to see the genuine happiness on her face, like, it was a very warm feeling that MMA. I feel like MMA like fans that understand what she did got. And I know you had the same thing, right? Like I was like, dude, I'm so happy for her because she looks so fucking happy, even though her acting was awful. When she did that pointy thing, it looked so cliche, but whatever.
Yeah, but that's like, because it is. That's the thing. It's like, but the thing with that same thing, I just want to put onto this point though, with the pointing, because a lot of people got onto that. It's like
it was weird. I don't understand it.
So people are gonna pick at everything she does because a lot of people are very bitter towards Ronda Rousey, and you know, whatever makes you sleep at night, I understand. But I'm gonna go with the positive vibes and say, at the end of the day, Ronda Rousey. She's done with the sport before the sport was done with her, and you can hate her and this, that, and the other, and you can call her a chicken for running away, but she doesn't have to get punched in the face for a living anymore. Like, granted, you know, it's a rough schedule with the WWE. I don't think she'll be doing as many. I know she's full-time, quote unquote, but I don't think that she'll be doing week in, week out wrestling matches. I don't think she'll be doing house shows week in, week out. But I'll say this. She will get so far. She doesn't have to be the greatest technical wrestler. She doesn't have to be, you know, up there with Charlotte Flair. She can be the Brock Lesnar of the women's division in WWE, and she can just smash folk, and her career can parallel her early days in MMA. That would be the perfect way to kind of book her, and that's how I personally do it. But the fact is, though, is her pointing to that sign did 2 things for me. It did 2 things. It put 1,000 questions in my mind of, so is she going to Mania? Is she saying that she's going to fight one of the champions? Is she saying that she's going to fight Asuka and then she's going to pick it? What does this mean? Like, everything, it made me ask so many questions, and they needed to be answered. And the second thing it made me do is go, I need to watch Raw, which is tonight. I need to watch Raw because I need to see if Ronda's there to find out what the fuck's going on. And
she's gotta be, right?
That's the thing.
She's gotta be.
But exactly. But this is the thing. It's like,
these fuckers make you watch them. God damn it, they hooked us in.
You must watch TV. In the words of Paul Heyman, it's can't miss TV.
Well, bruh, I'm gonna miss it because I got jiu-jitsu and I'm not missing that. So you better let me know what the fuck happens. Anyway,
why don't you get on your phone and try and find some fucking live stream?
I will not. I'll be too busy defending chokes and shit because I haven't been very fucking consistent because of my injuries, but I'm getting a little better. Anyway, but I'll be busy fighting shit off. But no, here's the thing. Like the reason I think it's a relief is because the Holly fight was shocking, right?
Yeah.
The way she got knocked out, seeing Ronda not have an answer for anything, like, what are we watching here? Like, it was very silent where I was when we were watching that fight. Like, what the fuck? When she fought Amanda Nunes, I was like this, because anyone that knows Amanda Nunes' striking and game overall, knows that if Ronda did not improve her defensive striking, her striking in general,
her head movement.
Yeah, exactly. But if she didn't improve her striking immensely in the whatever months it was that she was gone, this is going to be a massacre, and it was going to be hard to watch. And boy, were we right. That was a difficult fight to watch. So the sense of relief to know she's moved on, I think she has. I think a lot of people believe she has. And I know she denied it. She's like, well, a lot of people think I'm out. I'm done. I think, you know, she basically left the door wide open for another ass whooping, which I don't think she'll ever take. But, you know, for you know, it's just a sense of just relief and happiness for somebody to finally, because she was talking about it afterwards. I mean, of course, just like everybody else, I dove into all the coverage. By the way, powerful ESPN sitting on the story. The second she walked onto that stage, someone hit that publish button over at ESPN, and a shit hours and fucking coverage is fucking out on the internet. Interviews with her and Shelbourne. Ramona Shelbourne, who, by the way, is a great reporter, based out of Los Angeles, and of course that's where Ronda lives. I think But great reporter, does excellent work for ESPN. I give her a lot of credit. A lot of people give a shit, but she's a cancer survivor, dude, and she still keep doing her job while she was going through fucking treatment. So eat a dick, motherfuckers. Anyway, but mad respect for that woman. But you know, so she did great coverage. But one of the interviews, she was like super happy, like giddy almost. In fact, there was one after the event, right? She's on the fucking ramp or whatever. There's still fans chanting Ronda Rousey. You know what I mean? And she's like giddy like a child. You're just like,
whoa, Eddie's gone, apparently. But I'm 100% with Eddie. The thing is, though, is it was so much fun to see Ronda Rousey happy. And whether you love her or hate her or not, the fact still remains is she came back and we saw a happy Ronda Rousey. And that's all that matters.
Hey, hang on. So eat a dick, motherfuckers. You're doing shit over and over again. No, legit. It just fucking cut out and it's like by itself. Like a minute later, came back in. But anyway, we all have this like thought process of, you know, you ever seen those like motivation like videos and fucking YouTube videos and audio things? And I watch them just as much as you do, for sure. All right. Sometimes that's how I hype myself up to go work out and train. 100%. But you know, it's like you gotta find what you really want to do in life in order to be happy. And you start wondering, like, well, what's it gonna feel like? What's it gonna look like? Last night, we got to see that in another human being. Hate her, love her, you have to appreciate that, because that shit does not happen for everybody. So to be able to see that, I thought that was amazing, and it was really cool to be part of, to be honest with you, to be part of, because I'm not going to watch any more WWE until WrestleMania. I'll be honest, I don't care.
That's fine,
but,
that's fine.
Yeah, I'll watch it with my nephew, we kick back, I'll be fucking, you know, just hanging out, eating wings, and seeing if Ronda does some crazy shit. But, you know, it was really cool to see, and it's like, you know, sure, it's Ronda Rousey, sure, she's a millionaire, sure, she's a huge profile, but it can be done. You can get to a place where you are doing what you want to do with your life. And I think the look of when you get that giddy child feeling, I mean, like you're a little kid almost, at 30 years old, whatever she is. I think that's what it's gonna look like and feel like when you finally get to that point. And I think it was just really cool to see.
The thing is like I'm a big fan of Conor. Everybody knows this, but
sure,
a part of me looks at it and I kind of think, well, what's going to make Conor happy now? Like, he's got all the money in the world. He doesn't need to do anything, this, that, and the other. And kind of all the shenanigans and everything that have followed on for it, I've kind of gone, okay, cool. And it's just, it's kind of like, it's a routine thing now. Like I said, with Diaz doing his posts, I could set it to a timer with these guys now.
Yeah.
With Ronda, it's kind of like she was so high up and we saw her fall from grace. And, you know, a lot of people shit on her and, you know, that speaks more about them than it does about anybody else. But to see her be done with the sport now, instead of, you know, going, I need to fight one more time. I need to fight one more time, and put herself through that all again and then get hurt potentially again. She walked away from the sport before the sport was done with her. She didn't wait to go, oh, well, I'm a nobody now. Nobody cares about me. I'll try WWE. She's gone, you know what? I want to do WWE. I could go back and fight. She could go back and fight right now. She could go and fight Cyborg. She'd be the main event of whatever number she wants to do.
For sure.
If she chose to come back and fight Cyborg, she could go and take that fight right now. And UFC would make it within a fucking millisecond.
Oh, yeah. Oh, dude, they wouldn't even fucking blink. They would make it happen. It would be sad as shit to see. But
exactly. So instead of being, in wrestling terms, she's not a mark for the industry. She is not a mark for the UFC. She's not a mark for Dana. She knows her worth, and she's gone, I'm going to go and do what I want to do now because I'm in a position where I can do so. And her going to WWE, as long as it's made her happy, you know what, any of the people who want to throw their negative stuff, you know what, I hope one day, you know, you can have it so bad, like in a context that she had. Yes, she's got money and all that stuff. I get that. And yes, she's had fame and all that stuff. But there's a flip side to all of that. Anybody who's ever trained in any competitive, like martial arts, combat sports, being punched in the face, being strangled, being, you know, stretched out is not fun day in, day out. It's just not. And then throwing onto the top of the workload of all of the movies and all that other stuff, you know, she didn't have to do it, but it's part of the thing if you want to be a big star. And she was a consequence of that. And we saw her fall from grace. And it's beautiful to see that she can be happy now. And that's all. That's my biggest thing. I'm just happy that somebody won. Somebody left the UFC on a high, and now they're doing something that they love, and they don't just have to do a Conor and walk away from the sport if he chooses to walk away from the sport. And you kind of go, "Why are you really happy, Conor?" Like, you know what I mean?
It's amazing. It's good to see someone be done with the sport instead of like a Chuck Liddell where the sport was done with you and Dana had to tell you to kick rocks. You know, for as well intentioned as that was in Dana's part, it was time, right? But it was cool, man. I was first WWE event that I've watched, like Royal Rumble, because I watched WrestleMania I think a couple years ago when The Rock was on there with Cena, but that's because I'm a Rock fan, that's all it is. But it was like cool, like to see like the whole thing again. By the way, I marked that when Rey Mysterio showed up, jacked. Like he remember because last time I saw him, he's a fatty. He got fat. He's like, yo, bro, it's, back. Mad injuries though, knee injuries, back injuries. He couldn't fly for shit. He was fucking just like, motherfucker, what's up? You know, ready to fucking fly and kick ass.
You knew he was in good shape because he didn't have the baggy trousers on. He had the tight ones.
Right, exactly. Hey, man, powerful roids. Do that shit, boy. Whatever you got to do.
The Mexican supplements, I'm just saying.
Legitimate Mexican supplements, though. I had Mexican on his belly tattooed. Remember that shit?
Yeah, that's so crazy. But I will say this, though. My favorite moment, we'll move off of WWE after this, guys. Yeah. But my favorite moment out of it all was Shinsuke Nakamura winning the men's Royal Rumble. I marked the fuck out. Everybody in my like party, everybody was there. Everybody jumped the fuck up and was marking out when Shinsuke won. And you know what? I'm like, Kinshasa!
Okay, here's the thing. I didn't understand why everyone was so excited. So of course I looked into it. Turns out him and the douchebag, little doucher guy.
Roman Reigns is the one who was the last guy in there.
Him and the other guy had like epic matches in Japan.
Oh, Finn Balor.
No, the other guy. Hey, he had long hair. I know Finn Balor. Finn Balor wasn't that shit for a long time. That dude was like fucking. He took a beating and lost. The guy with the hair. Early in the night, he fought two. It was like 2 against 1 against the fat guy.
Oh,
Styles. What's his first name?
Oh, AJ Styles.
Thank you, that guy. So apparently,
AJ Styles. Yeah. AJ Styles and Shinsuke had some epic matches. Yeah.
Yeah. So I looked into it. Last night before I went to sleep, and I was like, okay, so the reason people are excited is because he picked this guy to fight or to whatever compete with. I can't to just match with. How's that? I'm not calling. No, fuck that. I'm too strong. with the MMA shit.
Compete against. You could say that.
Not even that, because it's not competition. It's theater. Anyway, to perform against. There we go. Whatever, it's performance. Anyway, so he picked that guy, right? He picked AJ.
Yeah, AJ Styles.
Yeah, so everyone was freaking marking out. Even NFL guys were like tweeting out on their fucking Twitter, like, "Oh shit, we get that guy and AJ Styles." And I'm like, why does it matter? So I looked it up. Apparently, they had some epic shit going down in Japan. So now people get to see it in WWE at WrestleMania. And I was like, I get it now. That's why they wanted this dude to win. I thought for sure Vince McMahon was gonna be like, "Fuck you guys, the big roided guy's gonna win this shit."
Well, Roman Reigns has been the guy he's the next golden boy. He will be your next Rock, next Cena. Not as far as crossover appeals maybe to the mainstream, but WWE want him to be that poster boy.
He wants to be the face.
Reason why everybody was marking out was because a couple of years ago, Roman Reigns was, forced down the fans' throat, and he was.
That's why they hate him.
And they hated him, and it was in Philly when Roman Reigns won the Rumble years prior.
Oh.
So the Philly fans hate Roman Reigns with a god-awful passion. So when it was Shinsuke and Reigns, everybody was like, "Oh no, Shinsuke's going to lose. Shinsuke's going to lose." Oh dear God. I just want to say that I did pick Shinsuke before all this, because I was telling my friends that I thought him and AJ made sense. But when it was them two last, I was like, "Come on, Shinsuke, you've got to do it. You've got to win this match." And this is part of the theatrics of why I love it, because it's like Roman Reigns was the guy who it just made fucking sense for him to win it, because it's just WWE's poster boy. It just made sense. But then when fucking Shinsuke won, I'm jumping up and down. My friends are jumping up and down. we're marking out like we're 14-year-old. But the reason why is because it's like we won. Like the fans won. It's like WWE's poster boy didn't get the nod. Like the fans who wanted Shinsuke to win got what they want, and a lot of times WWE don't care what we want.
And actually, I talked about this morning on my morning show, the Morning Talk, that from what I remember back in the day, the WWE normally did opposite what the fans wanted, almost all the time. So that's why I was surprised by the reaction to this. How do you say his name?
Shinsuke Nakamura.
I'm gonna go with Nakamura because I said it easier.
Yeah.
So Nakamura. So when he won, I was just like, oh shit, they actually did something they liked, because everyone blew up. It was happy as fuck.
Yeah.
And it was pretty cool to see. But my favorite part of that whole, I think the entire, like, the men's Royal Rumble was Cena and Reigns face to face, and the crowd going, "You both suck, both suck," and I was like, "Oh shit, y'all suck, yeah!" Like I was pumped up with them. I'm like, "Oh, these guys suck." They don't,
Philly,
by the way, but they hate them.
Best crowds in wrestling. Philly is arguably the best crowd in wrestling.
Best fans in wrestling. Some of the worst fans in football. We talk about some other day.
I've heard about that.
Cunts. Anyway, they're almost as bad as fucking Patriot fans. But yeah, dude, I don't know. It was a cool little event to see for the first, my first event in fucking forever. So it was pretty cool.
No, I thoroughly enjoyed it. So that we'll do something like we might do like a WrestleMania reaction one. If you watch WrestleMania, we might do like a little post.
I'm pretty sure I will, because my nephew's like, Ronda's gonna be at Mania. We gotta watch. I'm like, oh shit, guess we gotta watch now. Right.
Ronda might be at next month's pay-per-view. I'm just throwing that out there, guys.
Okay.
I'm saying, don't be surprised.
I don't know I don't know anything about the pay-per-view for next month, so.
Yeah, it'll be Elimination Chambers, the next one. That'll be like mid-February, late February.
Okay, but she's only been training for like a year, from what I read.
Yeah, but she doesn't need to do, like, people are thinking that she's gonna have 15-minute long matches. It's
got to be like a 5-minute thing where she judo throws somebody's ass.
It's not even gonna be 15 minutes, bro. Like, these are gonna be those 20-second Ronda Rousey. She grabs hold of you, she hip throws you, she grabs hold of an arm, she locks it in, you tap,
and then walks out.
What else? It's
what do you expect from her?
The MMA god, you know what I mean? Like, regardless of people knowing, if we know that she's not that, but at one time she was, and to anybody who's not a big MMA fan, they're gonna go, well, that's legit, because I've seen it on Instagram, I've seen it on Snapchat, I've seen it on Facebook,
All right. Here's an idea for the WWE, whoever takes care of the storyline. Hey, motherfuckers, in about 2 years, sign Amanda Nunes or Holly Holm and do like a head kick knockout storyline. Just for fun. Just for fun.
You always have to be that one guy.
No, listen. And then Ronda comes. No, do that like one pay-per-view early in the year, and then later in the year, like 8 months later, she comes back and armbars that bitch and takes her belt back.
Could you imagine the controversy? Could you imagine the fucking controversy of fucking like?
Can you imagine how many hours the MMA Hour show will be just talking about that? By the way, I tried to watch his show today because I saw that he had Stipe and Cormier on there today, and I was like, I want to see if he gets them both in the same to see how the build-up's gonna be, because DC's one of those guys like to throw jabs. Stipe is not that guy, so I think they're gonna be very respectful to each other. But I watched for a solid 35 seconds, and I was like, oh my God, I can't do it. You're an idiot. Like, he still inserts his opinions about shit he knows nothing about. Like, okay, I know you've watched it. I know you've covered the sport. Fair enough. You can talk about what happened here and there. You can talk about this and that. But then he talks about like, oh, and then he threw that one uppercut punch, and he did that. And I'm like, okay, dude, stop. You don't know what that means. Like, at least, look, go ahead and say it, but at least make it fucking clear you have no idea what you're watching. Can we just make that clear there, bro? Because I know you haven't trained one day of your life. But fair enough. Anyway, but I couldn't watch it, so I followed it on Twitter, and apparently he was butchering the whole thing with Ronda. Apparently he broke down second by second on Twitter Ronda's walkout last night. People were giving him shit for it. Like, for sure, he overused that block button last night. For sure. Who do you think has a longer block list? Ariel Helwani or Donald Trump?
Dana White.
No, between Ariel Helwani and Donald Trump.
It's got to be Dana on it, let's be honest.
Yeah, right. Dude, Ariel Helwani's block list is 18,000 times larger than Dana's. No. For sure. I'm on that bitch.
No, I'm going with Dana for the simple fact that he will literally reply to everybody who gives him shit and then he'll block him. So, like, he's that guy that'll just go.
Yeah, but he at least replies, man. Helwani got mad.
You respecting Dana White? What the fuck?
No, Helwani at least Helwani at least, or Dana White at least fucking replies. Helwani got mad because I said he got outscooped by Under Armour. That was literally the tweet. You're just mad because Under Armour scooped your ass on the GSP thing, which didn't even happen. Like, he didn't even come back for another 3 years after that shit. You know what I mean? So I was like, wow, you salty bastard. What is wrong with you?
We'll move on to the Stipe DC thing. What are your thoughts as far as like that fight happening now that it's been booked, and we're going to see a tough and
it tells me, first of all, the tough thing's weird. I did get to look at the competitor list. What weight class are they doing? They're not doing heavyweights, are they?
Are they doing featherweight and lightweight? I believe they're doing.
Yeah, they're doing little guys because one of the
Don't
names.
Say little guys, bro. That's 11 stone. That's not a little guy.
Okay, sorry. Okay, in context of heavyweights, can we do that? Jesus Christ. Okay, whatever. Flyweights. We're going flyweights, right? Just because it's your weight class, don't get all mad. Anyway, anyway, but I'm a heavyweight, so it's what it is.
This guy.
I looked at the list, and there was one kid out of Surprise, Arizona. He trains at the MMA lab with Benson Henderson and all those guys. Yeah. So I saw that list, and I was like, "Ooh, that's a good one. He's a good one. He's good." So I'm only gonna watch the fights, but it's interesting to see DC and Stipe in a reality show. So you pick the guy who tries too hard, and then the guy who you'd love to just have a beer with and doesn't try at all. You just want look with DC. I'd love to like just chat with him and pick his brain about things. With Stipe, I just want to just go chill at a barbecue with the guy. Yeah. He's fucking awesome.
Exactly.
But I don't care to watch a reality show with both of these guys. So that's really weird to me. But whatever. Now, as far as a title shot, I think it's DC's last fight. I think that's it. This is it for him. Win or lose, especially if he wins. Okay. Because he had to talk to Kane like, hey man, how close are you to coming back? Like, are you really close? Like in the next 3-4 months? Or are you like 6 to 8 months away? Or are you going to take, or maybe he talked to Dana White, like, look, Dana, tell me straight up, does Kane have a shot at coming back and get a title, to fight for the title anytime soon? And Dana White might have bullshitted him. Maybe he didn't bullshit him. Maybe he said, look, no, Kane's got to win one before he gets a title shot.
Yeah, exactly.
I think something like that happened to where Kane was like, where Kane's not going to come back anytime soon. And DC's like, okay, I feel okay doing this. And this is going to be my last fight. I'm going to win this shit. Or I'm going to fight. If I win, I'm dropping the belt. Or both belts, really, because you're retired. But I think he's going to drop the belt. And I think it's just a nice little, it's a cool super fight. But here's what I don't understand. So people were telling me this. Fair enough, they're DC fans, like hardcore DC fans. They exist, believe me. But they were telling me like we were talking. His friends that I have like here in like real life, I guess you would call it. They were texting me about it. Like, hey man, do you think if DC beats Stipe, he's the greatest fighter of all time? I go, that's a weird discussion to have because we have not put him in the greatest of all time category. And I think he's like, I think, yeah. But I'm talking about as far as this fight goes. Like, if he beats Stipe for the fucking heavyweight title, he holds 2 belts. To me, he's still like that far off from the very outer edge of greatest of all time talk. I mean, overall, I think he's just outside of that for the fact that John Jones beat him twice. You know what I mean? And knocked his head off the second time, even though that doesn't count. Technically, it never happened, right?
Yeah.
But it's a weird. I don't know. What is your thought on that? Because to me, it's a weird discussion to have. I have a hard time saying that even if he beats Stipe,
I'll say this.
I think he'll be. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but no. I think he wins this fight against Stipe. He's easily top 5 heavier weights fighter or heavyweight fighter of all time.
I'll pose a question to you first. I want to just to put this out there first because this is a curveball for you. So DC wins. This is just a scenario. I don't believe this happens. DC wins the title off of Stipe.
Sure.
Then DC retires afterwards, relinquishes the belt.
Yeah.
Done. You know what I mean? John Jones comes back 6 months later, 9 months later. At heavyweight, Stipe versus John Jones for the vacant title.
Mm-hmm.
John Jones wins it. Does that eclipse DC again? Does John Jones become better than DC again? From DC, arguably, if DC wins it, I'm going to be fair here. If DC was to win the title, his name is up there for being, one of the greatest of all time in context of what he's done, not on how things have gone around. If we're being fair, because I have question marks next to numerous things to him. That's a story we've said before.
Sure.
But if he was to win it, and then John Jones was to come back and win the heavyweight title, come back and beat Stipe as well, does John Jones eclipse DC again?
Oh man, it's a tough one. Shit, because I have a hard time saying yes. I have a harder time saying no. Does that make sense? It'd be easier for me to say yes, but I can't do it. But it's hard for me to say nah. He wouldn't eclipse him at all. I would probably do it. Yeah, it's a weird question. Mind you, that would be like, hey, DC, Jones got the belt. You wanna come back for one more, huh? You know.
But this is the thing. It's like if John Jones, John Jones hasn't won the heavyweight title. Well, DC's defended the lightweight a lot of times, and he's had the heavyweight title. Then you could go, well, John Jones defended it a lot, and he beat DC, and now he's just won the heavyweight title.
Yeah, like, I mean, the argument's way more solid for yes than no. I'll tell you that much.
It'd be interesting.
But I'll tell you what, if that scenario happens, we're gonna get DC Jones 3. DC will come back for that fight because he ain't had to cut weight for that one. he'll just come back. Yeah, dude, that's a weird one.
I just throw that question out there because we already heard that John Jones wanted to go to heavyweight. So don't be surprised. You know what? This is the neck. You know what? I'm going to put my neck on the line here, and I'm going to throw this one out there. Don't be surprised if we see Brock Lesnar versus John Jones next. Don't be surprised. Do not be surprised.
Right, with the caveat that we don't know if he's suspended yet. Right, I have a fucking strange
retrospectively. They might, by the time that it comes back round, if it turns out that it's to take a supplement thing, he could be back.
He could be back pretty soon. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like if whatever, and I don't know the way the Golden Snitch was talking, I'm thinking that's the way they're gonna go.
And if you look at how Brock Lesnar, if you remember, a lot of people don't take this into account, and I'm a big stickler for little details. Yeah. Brock Lesnar looked last night very slimmed down and very more toned than he has in recent months. The last time that we saw him look like that was when he fought against Mark Hunt. A lot of people don't. When he came back after fighting Mark Hunt, I saw a lot of WWE fans were going, whoa, Brock looks a lot different. It's like, yeah, he just lost like fucking 40, 50 pounds of weight so that he could make the fucking, the 265 limit. So don't be surprised if Brock, because his contract ends in April.
Yeah.
So do not be surprised if that's the next fight.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. I think he's doing it just in case John Jones gets cleared. But I'm leaning towards he does get cleared, as much as weird as that is to even think about. But I think he'll get cleared. But how weird is it that that for DC, another man's choices have affected DC's legacy so much? Like it's also, not right, but it's not
though, because it's also what he's been able to do to DC in competitive.
Right. But people disrespect DC. And I'm saying you. I'm saying people overall, like fans, asshole fans, of course, but people disrespect DC because of another man's choices. It's not DC's fault that he hit a pregnant woman. It's not DC's fault that Jones took a supplement, that they took a supplement one time that was tainted, and the second time possibly even tainted again, and he did blow. And then people would look at his legacy like, oh no, fuck that, he didn't, this and this and this. And I'm like, it's not DC's fault. That being said, it's just kind of weird and kind of crazy and strange to see that John Jones's choices have affected DC's legacy so much.
I think one of the biggest things that hurt DC is that he was demanding that the fans liked him. That was his biggest
right.
I don't think it was the fact that John Jones did all these mistakes and people we wanted to see John Jones overcome. We did. But I think what the biggest problem was is DC was saying, like me, I'm a good person, like me. And it's like, no, we're not going to like you.
No, but
you think that you're a better person than somebody who we can all relate to. I've never drove over a woman. You know what I mean? I've never been popped for a drug test or anything like that. I'm just saying it'd be a very sticky situation if they did a piss test on me. I'm just saying. I'm sure you can testify too. But the point being is we've all fucked up. I fucked up on numerous occasions. I'm sure you've had your ups and downs as well. We relate to John Jones.
All right.
I don't relate to somebody who claims that they are perfect. I don't claim. I don't relate to somebody who goes like me because I'm a good person. That makes me go, fuck you. What defines who's a good person? Just because somebody makes mistakes doesn't mean you're a good person.
Right, and I totally understand that, but I think I'm going. I think I overlook that stuff a little much, and I probably do. In fact, I'll say I do. I do overlook all that stuff, that like me stuff, because he's a bad guy, I'm a good guy. Like me. I think I overlook that a lot, but I just feel like even if that wasn't part of the argument, if you took that all out, and you just went from the wins and losses, right? You would I think people would still say, but he never beat John Jones. You know what I mean?
And you can look at that Gus fight as well. I think that's one of the other ones, because a lot of people look at John Jones the same. They say there's just the same thing for John Jones. They go, John Jones, did he really beat Gus? Because they say the same thing for DC. So that's a fair thing to put to both of them. For sure.
But I'm talking about just John Jones alone, right? Because I think it'd be, the people be pulling at fucking strings on that one. They'd be like the last gasp to put DC down, in my opinion, by pulling the Gus thing. Which, by the way, I totally agree. I think Gus won that fight, front and center. When UFC 192, when they announced him in Houston, Texas, at the Toyota Center or whatever, I think Toyota Center where the Rockets play, and they were like, DC was like, what, dude? No way. But that again, you gotta beat the champ. So it sucks. And by the way, no, it shouldn't be that way. It shouldn't be that way. It should be fair and fucking square. It should be fair and square. But whatever. But
somebody posed me a little quick question. I just want to ask you this though, to do with the judges. One of my friends mentioned this last night. Do you think that the judges should be segregated into 3 sections? There should be somebody who's a striker, like somebody that evaluates like a out of 10 per round, that evaluates purely the stand-up striking. Somebody that purely does the grappling, whether it be in stood up or like basically more the wrestling, and then somebody should be able to mark like the jiu-jitsu, the kind of submission game, and there should be 3 judges that make a rating out of 10, 8, 9, 10 out of 10, and they do each individual one per round rather than having 3 given an overall, because a lot of these judges haven't trained in all 3 of those kind of aspects of martial arts.
Only if that exact person for that exact part of the what you were saying, those different things, was an expert. And I mean like Eddie Bravo expert. I mean like Marcelo Garcia expert, Andre Galvao expert, Dwayne Bang Ludwig expert in striking. If that's what we're talking about, I don't see why that wouldn't work. But if we're talking about the idiots we have fucking right now, that's what I'm saying, because these guys, some of them have never even trained other than boxing. Hell no. I would want somebody, first of all, I would want guys that used to fight. The Chuck Liddells, the Matt Hughes, the BJ Penn's experience and training wise and expertise wise of the MMA world. But the requirement that I would have for those guys was, look, we need you to eliminate any affiliations you have with MMA gyms. Like I can't have Matt Hughes. Oh, well, this guy beat my last guy. Yeah, fuck this guy. You know what I mean? Not that Matt Hughes would never do that, by the way. I don't think he would ever do that. But this is for an example, right? But no, I want guys that used to be in there fucking beating the shit out of each other to be judges. But if we go with that idea, it has to be like the utmost experts. I mean, you're gonna have to dish out some fucking money for these guys, right? But you'll get the best judging, and it won't have to be like, and the phrase "don't leave it in the hands of the judges" will be fucking long gone.
Yeah, 100%. It was a very good idea, I thought, by my friend, because
it's a good idea as long as it's experts.
Got the aspects, because then it could be out of 30 per round, so then it's out of 90, which is a bit weird. But at the end of the day, I'd rather even out of 50. Out of 30 is a weird number. So
give me, if we go, let's say wrestling, jiu-jitsu, and striking. Just I know there'd be more than that, but if we just go off just base those 3, give me Ben Askren, give me Dwayne Bang Ludwig, and give me Marcelo Garcia or Eddie Bravo. Yeah, Eddie Bravo. Yeah, I like Eddie Bravo better because he understands the MMA aspect of jiu-jitsu. But give me Eddie, Ben Askren, and Dwayne, and we got judges.
Yeah, I think it's a cool little thing, just so that you can kind of have the expertise of kind of not pulling away. Did you see the Jacare fight this weekend, by the way?
Jacare looks so loose and smooth and like, all right, first of all, longest walkout fucking ever, but look loose and calm. And when he went in there, like when he got in there, and Derek Brunson was super stiff, like ready to fucking go, fucking do this shit, and Jacare was just like dancing, like, all right, let's do this shit, let's go. I do that stupid chop thing that he does. I was like, yo, Brunson's so fucked. He's so fucked. And people I was watching the fight with were like, why is he fucked? And I'm like, super tense guy against super loose guy. I got 100% money on loose guy. Because that guy's chilled the fuck out, knowing what he's about to do to this guy. And this guy's over here going, if he does this, I'm gonna do this. If he does this, I'm gonna do that. It was very, and Brunson fought like that. He was very reactive. And first of all, he was calm for the first fight. He was very, usually he comes forward, charges. In this fight, he was kind of like, what's he doing? What's he doing? Jacare did one thing, he would sprint at him, but in a weird reachy motion. Like, yeah.
It was like over.
Like over. Like the arm's going over, the head's going back. Like he's afraid of getting cracked with a counter. And he should be. You totally should be. But it was very obvious. And Jacare figured that shit out real quick. Like, this guy's afraid. All right, pop, fuck you, head kick. And by the way, Brunson was leaning to that one side where he got head kicked the entire fight. Like the entire time that we're in there, which wasn't very long. Just leaning, crack, game. I was like, ooh. So
where do you feel like that puts Jacare now then after that win?
What was he, number 3?
I believe so. I don't know what the new rankings are. So
look, depending on what happened, how long Whitaker's out, and 185 is right. Yeah, depending on how long Whitaker's out, and depending on what happens with Rockhold and Romero, that's the guy. That's the next guy, right?
Over Gastelum.
Over Gastelum.
I would have liked to see Jacare Gastelum next.
If they do that, I'm down with that. To make a clear second contender, because let's be real, Rockhold against Jacare or against Romero is the number 1 contender fight. It just has an interim belt on it because they need to throw a shiny gold thing at somebody. But the winner of that gets Robert Whitaker, and then you'll have a Jacare / Gastelum winner. You know what? I like that fight better. Jacare Gastelum next. Make that a fucking headliner on a fight night.
Exactly.
That'd be legit as fuck.
I wouldn't be mad of seeing him go to Brazil and fighting in Brazil, Gastelum in Brazil again. Just stay off the weed, my guy.
Yeah, seriously, dude. Like, I get it. Look, man, I'm with you. I totally feel you. I'm a huge fan of Mexican food and the mean green machine, sticking machine. But I'm just as fan as you are. But chill out, my guy. Just chill the fuck out, bro. Just chill. Be cool for like a week, and that's all I need. Fuck.
No, I'm with you. I think do that fight with Romero and Rockhold. Have obviously Whitaker face whoever's the one. If it needs to be a little bit longer out Whitaker, then fair enough. And then the winner of Gastelum and Jacare, that'd be fun.
Also, didn't Whitaker just start training again?
I've seen him train, but I don't know if that's like a thing where he's just, what's the word? Like when people are like training, but they're not competitively training. Pardon.
Right.
I don't know where he's at as far as that's concerned. Right, there's a big difference. A lot of people see people training and they're like, "Oh, he's ready," and it's like,
no, he's not ready. No, but I was just saying in terms of a return, because I don't think I didn't read anything about him having a procedure, like a surgery or anything. So it's not like he's gonna be out for a year. But surely I'm sure he did some kind of rehab and all that on his back. It was a back injury, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, all right. Well, I mean that's cool. I'm hoping he's back sooner than later.
Yeah, well, like I say, it's not even a bad thing, even if you put that on the undercard of Robert Whitaker versus fucking whoever wins in Romero and Rockhold. Have that on the undercard. Fuck, why don't we do that anymore? Why don't we have like fucking little fights that are all put together so that like where the future's gonna go if one beats one? A, B, C, and D all 4.
Because that would be a tournament, and the UFC don't do that, and the money fight thing. So
yeah, but I'd make the money fight because if I did like the purpose of Khabib and Johnson fighting underneath Conor and Eddie because I was like, well, there we go.
So, right, and that would make sense. I think too much shit happens with that in the UFC specifically that doesn't allow for that. But real quick, we have time to touch on this weekend's not this weekend's 221.
Right.
I know we got one this weekend. We can talk about that too if you want. I don't honestly. Okay. But just on 221, that's a fight night card, man.
Yeah.
I'm not paying for that. I'm not going to disagree
with you. There's no way I could possibly disagree with you. Like,
dude, I cannot fucking justify putting any money towards that. Like that, and I hate to say that because I want to support the fighters, and I know they get paid from people paying pay-per-view and all that. Oh, dude, fucking Machida versus Anders this weekend. Not a bad fight, but I kind of feel bad for Machida. But I just, you know, as far as 221 goes, and that's not this weekend, but next weekend, Rocco Romero for the interim title just doesn't do it for me.
What time is that actually going to be on? Like, what time is that? Like, is that supposed to be? It's so actually 3 a.m. for us.
It's 10 p.m. It's gonna be 7 p.m. It's normal time for me.
Yeah, it's still normal time because they did them a little bit earlier, didn't they? The last time.
Last time they did, and I loved that because I had fucking a lot of my Saturday free up, or Saturday night anyway. But I mean, the co-main event is fucking Curtis Blades against Mark Hunt. I love Mark Hunt.
That two big dudes throwing down.
Yeah. But at the same time, there's nothing at stake there. Neither one's gonna get a title shot after this, unless
I'm gonna say this though. That's gonna be a wrestle fuck. It's gonna be a wrestle match, and you are not gonna see Mark Hunt unless Mark Hunt lands something dirty on the come in. That's just gonna be Blades wrestle fucking him for 3 rounds.
Tai Tuivasa against Cyril Asker. Most fans do not have any clue who that is. Jake Matthews has been.
Tyson Pedro's on this card though. That's a way one. Tyson Pedro's on that card.
For sure, like, way too low on the card. He should be right after Comey at worst, in my opinion. But
Jake Matthews as well, powerful Jake Matthews.
Yeah, but Jake Matthews is kind of underperformed now. You don't think?
To a degree, I think he's still a talent. Like, I think he's doing well.
Like I think the Leech is gonna win that fight, but we'll see. We'll talk about that when it comes up. Tyson Pedro is about the only guy in this whole main card that like will do it. You know, that to me is like worthy of a main card spot. Other than, damn, dude, it's just. But you get my point.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm 100% with you. I think one of the bigger concerns is the fact that Roy Jones Jr. is going to be fighting on the Fight Pass in like 2 weeks.
Same night?
No, it's the 8th.
Oh, okay. So 2 nights before.
Yeah, I don't understand what the fuck.
God, just Roy, please don't get fucking knocked out through the fucking ropes. When I watched him get knocked through the fucking ropes on his fucking skull on the ground, that fucking broke my heart, dude. Roy Jones Jr. is a legend.
Who he's fighting against? Like, I've not even seen an opponent name.
Good. I hope it's a no name, like one guy.
Like fucking Anderson Silva's music that ain't no sunshine when she's gone. And just fucking Anderson Silva walks down in boxing gear.
Here comes Connor. Here comes Connor on one day's notice. No, Anderson Silva. Dude, I might actually mark out if it's Silva.
Silva versus it won't be, but it'd be so much fun if it was Silva.
Oh, it'd be so great because they've been talking about it for years, and I'm like, dude, fucking for sure do that. If you're gonna do it, that's the guy. But it's just unfortunately.
On that note, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna wrap this up. We're gonna be coming with Triggered. I can't remember what we were gonna do for Triggered this week, but we'll probably do that in the next couple of days. Yeah, we'll figure what we're gonna do with that. But
hey, man, it's planet fucking Earth. All right, craziness will happen in the next 20 minutes that we'll talk about on Thursday or whenever.
We'll probably do that on like Wednesday or something like that.
Cool.
But yeah, so basically, guys, I'm going to be back in about an hour and 15 minutes. I'm going to be live streaming UFC 3. That's dropping at midnight. So I'll be doing some cool little content with that. I'm going to be doing some Ultimate Team. I'm going to be doing some pack openings. I'm going to be doing some special little things that I've got planned as well for that. And if anybody wants to play, hit me up in the DMs on Ashley Lamprey on Twitter. I'm also on Snapchat, Ashley Lamprey, and I'm on Just Ash Official on Snapchat. So just hit me up. We'll find the PSNs. We'll add up, and we'll throw down, man. We'll fucking throw hands, my guy. Yeah. Additional to that, yeah. Tune back in at midnight, motherfuckers, to see me potentially do well or get my ass kicked. Either way, where can they find you, Adi?
Find me on Twitter at Ela31, on Snapchat, on Instagram at Keyboard Warriors MMA, and of course keyboardwarriorsmma.com. You get all the shows on there. Just dropped a new The Morning Toke this morning. I talked about it earlier. It's also on iTunes, and what else do I have going down? Oh, shout out to Represent, repthewarriors.com.
On that note, ladies and gentlemen, shout out to a sponsor as well, guy, man. I'm so buzzed for fucking UFC 3. Shout out to Receptra, dropping all that crazy CBD oils and balms and butters and all that other good stuff to keep my body right. Not my mind today because I'm so hyped. I can't even wait. I'm running off about 6 hours sleep because I was up till 6 a.m. watching the fucking Rumble and shit and reacting to everything. But yeah, shout out to Receptra, RECEPTRA. If you're in the United States, it's receptionnaturals.com. Use the code word the heel hook for 10% off your entire order. We're working on a new link for the European one, so don't worry about that. We will get that to you guys ASAP. But yeah, for the people in the States right now, for all your CBD needs, get that motherfucking Receptor on, receptornaturals.com, go with the heel hook. Also, if you're doing any athletic or jiu-jitsu, then you need to rock that fucking apparel from BaneStore.com. Bane do the craziest, waviest fucking jiu-jitsu inspired apparel. They do mugs, they do artwork as well. So if you want to hang a little pretty thing up on the corner of the wall, make sure you go to BaneStore.com. Use the code with the heel hook for 10% off your entire order. So yeah, man. With that said, from me and Edu, whether you're a lover, fighter, or a hater, then peace or Baytown down, guys. And